What do you see, Steve? What's going on out there? We can hear the wind coming through the door. It's 36 degrees on the AccuRate. The Tempest says 34 degrees. My fingers say 32 degrees. Gotta get out of the wind. Can we hide over here? The air down near the ground is coming from the northeast, gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour. Not doing a good job hiding from the wind, am I? The lowest 3,000 feet from the northeast. Above that, making a run for it, Rex. Making a run for it. Less windy over here. High up in the sky on Mount Washington. On Mount Washington, the wind is from the west and southwest at 13 miles per hour. Can't get out of the wind. Forgot to change my rain gauge yesterday, Rex. It's been raining now for a few more hours. Looks like we may have picked up another few 100s. Trying to get out of the wind. Coming over here. We can do it. Sitting down, I'm gonna get my butt all wet. Yes. Now let's do the weather. Tell me that's an eagle. No, it's not an eagle. It's a hawk. They love this weather. They just kind of sit there. They don't care. They love the wind. They don't have to move. Stationary. I have seen the eagle though. Anyhow, Nowcast warning in effect of day 4 of this 7-day event. A lot of words jumbled around up there. Nowcast means I can tell you what it's doing right now, but I'm not sure what it's going to be doing in a couple of hours. Right now we have very light rain. It's been intermittent. There's been some sleet mixed. Last night the air started coming in from the north, and we have a funky sky with light intermittent snow, sleet, and rain just about anywhere most of the weekend into Monday and maybe even Tuesday when you count Maine. An extraordinary phenomena. We say that a lot around here, don't we? Linda in Princeton, Massachusetts says, yeah, we got a glaze. It's dangerous walking out there this morning. With that layer cake, I showed you Mount Washington. It was much warmer at 5,300 feet, 28 degrees, I think, than it was at 4,000 feet, about 14 degrees. I think I get those numbers wrong, but anyhow, it's warmer up a couple of thousand or a few thousand feet than it is down near the ground. And that is the recipe for making sleet and freezing rain. So a little of anything is possible. Oh, Rex wants to go back inside. Time out. You're all tied up now, aren't you? You're all bummed out. You want to go inside because it's too cold, too windy. I bet Steve would love to come outside and take your place. Yep. Going back out. Is it silly that I insist on doing these outdoors? That's what I love about the weather, being outdoors. Watching the birds. Hawk coming and going and teasing me. Looks like the sun's trying to come out over there on the other side of the Fore River Bridge. Where were we? Yeah, layer cake of an atmosphere, wind up in the sky. The vertical azimuth display, otherwise known as the VAD wind profile, shows what the wind is doing bottom 2,000 feet from the north. Above 3,000 feet, it's from the south, and up around 17,000 feet, it's at 55 knots. Wind blowing in 2 different directions at the same time means trouble. We look for consistency for trying to make a forecast. There's been nothing really consistent. About 5 or 6 days ago, most of the guidance had a nice backlash effect from this storm departing Friday with weekend snows, bands of snow in much of New England. And then about 3 days ago, all that disappeared and it looked like, okay, the sun's coming back over the weekend. And then about 2 days ago, all of a sudden back in the forecast comes, oh wait, there's going to be a bunch of low pressure systems developing out over the ocean, just like we had indicated a few days ago, but then said, oh, never mind. So that's why you see the forecast changing all the time. There are so many models that come out. So you look for consistency, and there's been none, but the most consistent has been the GTGDPS, Global Deterministic Prediction System, which is a blend of the GEM, Canadian, along with integrating ice and ocean. Try and remember all that. Anyhow, it's the Canadian model, and it still says there's going to be an upper level low cutting off here right over the Atlantic Ocean just south of Nantucket with a series of surface lows. Look at the map this morning from the government. You see 3 lows east of New England, and that is the case. Several lows are going by. Yesterday, the Euro and the GFS had most of those lows kind of spinning out and going way out into the ocean. Well, yesterday, last night, those 2 models came back with closer solutions, and the Canadian is still closest to what it's had over the last few days. So that's why I'm mostly sticking with the Canadian model for now, even though it has been also very fickle. How fickle, you ask? All right. Yesterday morning, it predicted this much of snow over a 10-day period. That was the guidance from Thursday night. And then the Friday morning guidance predicted this much snow over New England. Add them up and divide by 2, and it comes out to last night's guidance, showing pretty much the same amount of snow over eastern Massachusetts in all those runs. But the difference in Maine is tremendous, and also Cape Ann. So how's that happening? Well, you get the low pressure systems wobbling around out there with off and on rain and or snow here at the coast through Tuesday morning, continuing into Maine through Tuesday afternoon. So this is a long duration event. I suspect the temperature's not going to get below 32 anywhere around Boston or Cape Cod, yet the guidance trying to print out 5-6 inches of snow. Not sure we're going to be plowing it, but it may add up, especially in the hilltops. Just too warm. It may end up being rain. Don't know. Anyhow, let's go to later in the week. Same model, Canadian. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's perfect. Cold high pressure system in southeastern Canada. Strong waves of low pressure coming along the boundary, and it is raging snow in central and northern New England, maybe even parts of southern New England here Thursday into Friday. Got to admit, the Canadians kind of alone on that one, but the Euro had it yesterday. But the Canadian's been consistent, so I'm trying to find consistency here in a very inconsistent pattern. Sorry, we've been all over the map this morning. Don Kent grew up right there, raised his family. I'm now friends with Doug Kent, and we had our first board meeting, Doug, Jerry, and Tim, yesterday at Burt's Boatyard. And Doug saw me talking about where's north from here, and he says, you gotta find either true north or magnetic north. I said, I want true north. So he pulls out this map and gives it to me as a present. Thank you very much, Doug. North is that way, right? Yeah, that way. Follow that bird. One more thing quick. Yeah, we're still expecting wind here along the coast from the northeast to 30 to 40, gusting to 50 for much of the weekend. It's just getting ramped up now. Okay, back to Burt's. 2:20, Friday the 13th, January. Still in the 50s, but the temperature's starting to fall, even though the breeze is from the southwest. Yep, that's what happens. We talked about it all season. High amplitude flow, colder air comes in from the southwest. At the Boatyard, DK. I wonder who owns that. It's like Christmas inside here this afternoon, though. Yeah, Christmas. It's Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Now I'm getting lots of presents. Santa Kent.
He's still melting.
Yeah,
That's funny.
there are the presents. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I'm pointing out the direction of the true north, which is on these charts, the government charts, it's always based on true. So there you go. Right over between the 2 humps there.
Okay, we've got some viewer feedback here regarding where north is from my house when I was setting up that Tempest, and apparently I was pointed a little bit more towards Howe's Neck, which is more northwest, so I should have gone just to the east of Howe's Neck, and I should have pointed out that that's Peddix Island. Thank you for the feedback, Doug Kent. Where'd you get your intel?
Life.
Life. The difference between True north, magnetic north, and where that Tempest weather system has to point.
And that's for you.
Oh, you're kidding me!
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm putting this on the wall.
You guys could
That
probably-
used to be on a flatboard where I used to live.
Where you used to live?
That's Boston Harbor.
Oh my goodness, a gift from the Kent family here at Burt's
You guys
Marina.
could probably work together.